because I was very familiar with most of the location. As I said in my previous videos, that every time when I go out for a walk, when I'm somewhere, I judge the lights all the time. I judge the light, how it comes to my room, what time. Even sometimes I note down, okay, this time of the day, I have this kind of light. And this also helped me to be very comfortable and very creative with my surroundings. I knew exactly we're gonna shoot in the morning this location, and it's gonna take us how much time from one location to another location. The only thing that I did, I was wishing not to happen, because we shot it in June. It was pretty soon the rain were about to start, so I was playing to Mother Nature, not to rain. The other thing I would say is simplicity. The only thing I cared most is the story, how the actors are performing, and how simple I can make the image looks without trying to be Roger Dickens on my zero budget film. So I was always going with the shots that they were not killing me or killing the actors or taking us forever to set up. Also the night shoot, I didn't have crazy wide shot at night, which it can be very painful if you have no budget for lighting. Because if you're shooting at night, you will have to lit the actors, you need to lit the background, and the light cannot be seen. If it's a wide shot, depends with how powerful the light is, the distance the light will be. So I really avoided that. What I did was transition. I'll say like when the sun is about to sit, and so you have a balance of practical lights from houses and a little bit of light. And yeah, sometimes in the exteriors you can also during the day use the light. Especially I shot in the huge forest, and the light is not very equal the way it's penetrate through the forest. So what I did, I tried to create like a 12 by 12 muslin where the light will be bouncing. It's more like a reflector. The way the light penetrates through the forest will be bouncing and covering the set. And I didn't have any means, so I just made it myself with a plastic flame, and just went to the second-hand market and found this unbleached muslin. I had like two. I had the bleached muslin and unbleached muslin. If for those that doesn't know, the muslin is it's like a reflector, but it's made of the cloth. The bleached muslin is less white, so it reflects less light to the subject. Unbleached muslin is pure white. The light is very strong. The other advantage that I had was my production designer. She was a graduate straight from university student. Her name is Zari, and she did an amazing job. There's just two of them. She was the production designer and her assistant. So they were doing all the work. Also, the good thing is that most of the location, they have exactly look of the story. I didn't have to make them change anything very big in the set. It was more like adding things and removing things that we didn't want. So the set itself, the location, when we were doing location scouting, the location themselves, they were like playing in our favor. Still, they did a very amazing job. I was trying so much to balance my color palette, because I wanted a bit easy process when I'm doing color grading, to have colors that stand out and they are not very destructive. And yeah, so the other thing that I would say was the big deal for me was blocking. When I got on set with the actors, I was the cinematographer myself, so I would take my time to do the blocking, because it helped me to, again, not to have to spend so much time moving around the lights, because I didn't know what I'm shooting. If you just show up on set and you just say, okay, we're gonna do ABCD, and this is the scene, and she goes out there and then action, and you're gonna end up shooting 10 takes that you may not even use them. And also you may end up moving a lot of time the light. You have to exhaust the crew, remove this light, put it there and put it back, and it's nonsense. My other advice I would give to any filmmaker or any creative person who want to make a movie or short film or anything like that is that don't be discouraged with behind the scene of Hollywood's movie that you see, or any big production where they have trucks, they have dollies, they have tents and expensive stuff, and you think, I'll never be able to do things like what they are doing. Yes, those things are good when you have money. I've been on those type of set before. I've been a director on those type of set. I've been a cinematographer on those type of sets. It's nice when you have people who can do other things for you, but it should not stop you if you want to do it yourself, because at the end of the day, in filmmaking, you don't say, I can do something. Your work sells you. Things that you do are the one that talks for you. A person like me, I'm not so good at explaining myself to people, what I can do, what I'm capable of. No, I'm always capable of being on set and doing it. That's my strength. So I think if you want to be a filmmaker and to tell stories, just take a camera. I think you have heard this many times from other people. Just get up and go and shoot something. And when you shoot stuff is where you gradually going to the dream that you are chasing. Filmmaking is like, I always say, is whenever you make something is your graduation. You graduate in one class. Whenever you're in another project, you graduate, you get to another class. So every project you make, it's your graduation. It's another classroom. You learn all the time when you make things. So don't be discouraged. The most important things of everything is the story. Pay attention to your story. Pay attention to emotions. Pay attention to why that story is important for you, why you want to tell that story. I think that's the basic thing. You might be familiar yourself with the social media videos. You'll be seeing like very ugly, low quality image video online, but the story behind that video, someone shot he's not even filmmaker, it's just a grandma shot a video on her phone. The moments that is captured on that image, on that video, is what that matter. It's like, oh, it's touched you, but you don't care about what the camera was used. You don't care about what sound was used. On the other hand, in the film, yes, these things matter, but if you don't have the money or the budget, it should not be your limitations.